How's it going, guys? Top Secret R35 here. Welcome back to another episode of Grand Theft Auto Online. In today's video, I have finally got around to making the ultimate Ubermacht / BMW collection here in the game. So obviously, I've been playing this game for quite a while. I'm a huge BMW fan in real life, so naturally I already have a few. I've got two M3s, old and new, and I've got two M6s, old and new. So in my CEO office, I only have 7 slots. So there are some cars that I won't be including in the collection from Ubermacht, and those are namely the Sentinel, because we have the Sentinel XS, the Oracle, because it's pretty much just a 4-door 6 series, you already have a 2-door M6, the Zion Cabrio, because obviously we have the Zion, and then lastly the Revolta, because that's actually based on a Cadillac. So I've got the Ubermacht T on already, so I've fit the profile, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking. Well, to be honest, about 3 people have asked me to make this video, but when you run a small channel, 3 people might as well be thousands. So anyway, I did a lot of hours on Wikipedia trying to get all these models right. Even being a BMW fan, there's a lot to learn. So the first car on our list is the incredible Zion Classic. You can pick this bad boy up on Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $812,000. So arguably, this is the nicest Ubermacht in the game. Arguably, it might be the nicest car in the game in my opinion, man. It is so drop dead gorgeous. So this car here is based on the 1983 BMW E24 M6. And I try to keep it as standard looking as possible because you don't have to do much to this car. You just have to, get a good stance, get some nice wheels on it. I think these wheels that I have on now are very similar to the standard ones. So in North America and Japan, this car was called the M6, but the rest of the world, it was actually called the M65 CSI. It's got a straight 6 engine from the M1 supercar and has a huge cult following in the stance and BMW world. And I mean, just look at it. There's a reason. So my favorite thing to do with this car is to just cruise, man. Just cruise and look absolutely amazing, you know what I mean? After this car, they actually took a 16-year break before the next M6 came out. So this is the type of thing that you do with this car, even though it's pouring in the rain. I get out, I park it, and you just stare at the damn thing. Oh my goodness, it's so flippin' nice, man. Let's take a photo of it. Post it on Instagram with some cheesy quote. Live your life every day. I don't know, something like that. So without a doubt, if you're a car guy, and you play this game, this is a must buy. Oh my goodness, man, it is so flippin' nice. I don't know what the performance is like, but who really cares about that? So a new addition that I'm going to add to these videos is I'm going to let you guys know if you wanted to pick up one of these cars, what it would cost you. So right now, if you were looking for a 1983 BMW E24 M6, it would be somewhere around $45,000. Here's an example from Bring a Trailer. So yeah, the prices are only going up, so good luck with that. The next car on the list is the Sentinel Classic. If you'd like to get your hands on this one, you can get it also from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $650,000, a bit less if you have done the Diamond Casino heist, using this car as your getaway vehicle. So I went back and forth with the DTM style or like the clean style, but I tried to copy a company called JP Performance from Germany. And they just have a beautiful example of an E30. So when they initially made this car, BMW did it to be a homologation car for the DTM Group A Touring Series. It was hugely successful in races and rallying. Won numerous flippin' titles using the inline 4 engine. This is the quintessential cult BMW car. If you were looking to make an investment, now is the time to buy an E30 M3. A standard version E30 M3 will set you back around $66,500. Take a look at this one on Bring a Trailer. If you're looking for a performance version, which there are a couple that existed, obviously with the car being this successful, you can also get the Sport Evolution and you might pay more than $250,000. My goodness. So anyway, let's take this thing for a little quick drive, just around the block pretty much, you know. Oh wow, got one hell of an exhaust note over there. So in Grand Theft Auto, this thing does handle pretty well. I like it. And if you don't have one already, you should definitely pick one up, man. Just flipping driving around an E30 M3 is just great. And the fact that you can have that actual wing with a little lip on the back, man, that thing is so flipping nice. So So right over here is where car number 3 is going to go, and I actually don't have it yet. So let's head on to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, and we're going to get the Oracle XS. So this is the Ubermacht Oracle XS for $82,000. This car is based on the E65 BMW 7/5 series. It's a bit of a mixture between the two. I like to think of it though as the E38 because that's the cooler car. That's the car actually that James Bond drove in Tomorrow Never Dies. So let's go ahead and buy this thing. I'm not going to do too much to this thing. I just want to keep it like a simple gunmetal gray, keep it like understated exactly how it is in the movie pretty much. So the E38 actually came in a 5.4 liter V12 making 322 horsepower, and not the highest power figure for a V12. Alright, so it just arrived, and I mean, looking at it, I'm not that far off by saying it's kind of looks more like the 750 IL, like the one that James Bond drove, like the E38. I like it. Definitely the rear though would indicate it's more of a modern one though. But yeah, this is a nice executive looking car. Let's see if I can modify it a bit and make it look a bit more hip. So like I had anticipated, there was almost no customization to do on this car, but I got a nice Galaxy blue, put a nice pair of wheels on it. I think it looks very executive like, you know what I mean? So listen to this car rev. Oh my goodness. Man, it takes a long to climb to the revs. So if you wanted to buy a 1993 BMW 740 IL, I actually found one in Wisconsin for you for $6,000. Definitely the cheapest car on this list, and I mean they look good when they are neat, but if you're going to pick this one up, I think you better have a little bit of a budget for repairs. Alright, so remember earlier on I said that there was a 16-year gap after the original M6, and that's where we are right now with car number 4, the Zion. So you can pick this one up also at Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $60,000, and it is based on the 2005 E63 M6. So without a doubt, the coolest thing about this car is that it actually came in a manual 6-speed with a 5-liter V10 making up to 500 horsepower. So imagine driving this flippin' saloon executive car sounding like a damn Lamborghini. Man, that must be so freaking cool. Really nice car to own if you know a guy who knows his maintenance and his repairs, you know what I mean? It can probably get pricey. And not like it's cheap, but I did find one for sale, a 2007 for $20,000. I mean, it did have over 100,000 miles, but like I said, if you know a guy who can get your maintenance sorted out and get your repairs sorted out, what a beautiful, fun, unorthodox car to own. Alright, so we're making good progress. We're at car number 5 already. This is the Sentinel XS. Again, the modern version of the Sentinel Classic over there. We have a E92 Bmw M3 2007 model. So if you wanted one of these, again at Southern San Andreas Super Autos, also for $60,000, and not bad at all. So arguably, this is my favorite BMW. It's just the perfect blend of like executiveness and just hoonage, if you know what I mean. The experts had said that this was the last greatest M3 and also one of the best, most balanced cars ever produced and sold. So 414 horsepower, 8,300 RPM, screaming from the S65 V8. Oh man, what a flippin' driving experience this must be. So I tried my best here to make it a bit unique, as you can see with the blue wheels and stuff, almost like a drift bowl. Kind of based it on this one that I found here on the internet that I think competes in the Formula D event. And then I'll give you guys another piece of advice. If you want to find a nice place to buy cars, check out this website, Built for Back Roads. I actually found a flippin' beautiful example of this M3 for, well, it's a lot of money, but man, it is well kept. And there's a lot of cool cars on this website, by the way, so check it out. Alright, 5 cars down, but we still have space for 2 more, and now we're about to spend a lot of money. The next car is the SC1. So for the first time in this video, we're taking a trip to Legendary Motorsport, and here you can find the SC1 for $1.603 million. So primarily, this car is based on the BMW M1 homage concept, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go with the other car that it could slightly be based on, the BMW I8, the 2014. So let's buy this thing. I already have an idea of what I want it to look like. Let's get it in the garage right now. So I don't know what to think of the i8. I think it's super cool. It's got like the butterfly doors and all those things. It's a hybrid 1.5 liter turbo, and obviously it's got an electric battery. It makes 370 horsepower and it's pretty fast. BMW did great with this. They sold over 20,000 units at like $147,000 a pop, so I can't believe it how popular this car actually was. So this car came out with the Doomsday Heist update. So that was fairly recent, I think. So it should have some nice customization. Alright, so I just got done modifying it, and I think this bright orange, exactly like similar to the one that I showed you guys as a preview, looks pretty damn good. So let's go take this thing for a drive. Let's see what it's like. It's the first time ever I have this car. So according to Grand Theft Auto Wiki, or the car wiki, this car is not too competitive, but it does handle well. Yeah, I do like the handling. It doesn't have any oversteer, doesn't have any understeer, seems to be pretty good. But they did say something about it like being sluggish through the corners. I don't know, I don't really feel it. Seems okay to me. Yeah, at first I wasn't too excited about this car, but now I think it's a great addition to be in the BMW collection. You know, you gotta have a little hybrid. Alright, so to round off the collection, we're going to need a little SUV. So this is the latest car that was added to the game out of all of these, and this is the Rebla GTS. So another trip to legendary motorsport. For 1.175 million, we have the Rebla GTS, which is pretty much a 2018 BMW G05 X5. So not only is it the latest car in the game, but also it's the latest car of the model, because obviously all my cars are in chronological order. So not gonna lie, not a huge fan of the X line, but I do live in Minnesota, so you know, the winters can be pretty terrible over here. So it's not a bad idea to have a little snowplow car. So definitely looks kind of weird, all these sleek high performance cars and then boom, SUV out of nowhere. But in real life, if you get the top of the line trim, the X5 M competition, you can get a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 with 625 horsepower. So this is a dope car, man. This is a nice car to flip and haul the kids to school with. Alright, so I think I'm done. There are a lot of modifications for this car. A lot of them are kind of pointless, so I just kept it neat. I kept it kind of looking like the performance version of the X5. So I just neatened it up again, put on D-badge grille, put on some nice big wheels. I didn't lower it because, I mean, you need the ground clearance for an SUV, right? I'm trying to be realistic here. Well, it's definitely not the slowest car in the game. It's got a little bit of power, I'd say. Yeah? Whoa, watch out, guys. And of course, as being an SUV, you can do some crazy stuff like that and get away with it. So you can definitely use this car if you're going to be role-playing, being like a, you know, a soccer mom or something like that, carting the kids off to hockey practice, I don't know, anything like that, right? Right on the beach, don't have to worry about ground clearance. Wop, wop, wop. So because it's an SUV, and it's meant to, you know, take some jumps maybe, let's take this jump over here. This should be kind of fun. Wop, wop, here we go. Woo, woo! Oh goodness, a bit too much speed. Yeah, so definitely not the coolest BMW ever, but sometimes you need something practical, you know? Well guys, there you have it. 7 great Ubermacht / BMW cars in the garage. Oh my goodness, man, this looks good. This is gonna make a good thumbnail without a doubt. But yeah, tell me which one is your favorite. Without a doubt, I'm gonna go with either one of these two over here. Damn, these look sick. I really am happy that I decided to put the livery on this thing. Just looks so, oh man, this looks fresh. Well, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching. You guys mean the world to me. If you're new here, why not hit the subscribe button? What's the worst that can happen? Huh? Hopefully get some cool GTA automotive and real life automotive related content. I'm working on that rabbit. My goodness, it's the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. But we'll speak more about that another time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.